the best thing to think about this is, when we're talking about our meetings, is to think Wisconsin's premise is openness in government, and think that sunshine is the best disinfectant. And so that same concept is both with our meetings and with our records.
That's not what I'm seeing.
So that you're in a spot that if you are on the fence as to should this be an open or close, the law is going to presume openness. Again, taking into account all those things I listed earlier about confidentiality, that some of those circumstances, and that puts some burden on you, Ann, as the chairperson of the meeting, as to what do I do if someone starts talking about things that are confidential, but I'm in a public setting. If one of my members does, or administrator, it's a little bit more complicated with someone in the audience. And again, this covers meetings of governmental bodies. So what we have in this, and this is an area that particularly post-Act 10, there's been more questions about as to what is a governmental body that's subject to law. So clearly you are tonight, right? So you're meeting in an official capacity. If you had it where you directed Fran to go meet with a bunch of teachers and work on the employee handbook, that would be subject to the open meetings law because it's coming from a directive from you. If conversely, I don't know if you have one of these off the top of my head, but you have like a library review committee, materials review committee, it's probably created by policy. So by policy, the board has created that group. So even if no board members are there, subject to the open meetings law.
To approve the public usage finance policies, Series 7000 and 8000, as outlined in enclosure 16. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The Series 7000, 8000 is approved on a 6-to-1 vote. We will then move on to our appendices, which quite frankly is a really big part. And we have assigned 2 board members to that. Brian, I want to thank you for stepping up and completing that. That's a huge thing, and I know it takes more than a couple meetings, so I appreciate you taking that board assignment.
Sure. We met one Monday before a board meeting, and that we did the bulk of our work there. And the people who were on the board, or on the committee, were, Roger, you kind of spearheaded getting the meeting set. Thank you for doing that. Jed was there, Jared. Amy was there. You were there. Is that it?
You had
And-
my practicum student.
Yes. Then we had 2 board members, myself and Jake. Maybe you want to speak to why you weren't there, Jake?
I didn't see public notice for that meeting.
Wasn't required, but, okay.
So by policy, the board has created that group. So even if no board members are there, subject to the open meetings law.
Then we had 2 board members, myself and Jake. Maybe you want to speak to why you weren't there, Jake?
I didn't see public notice for that meeting.
Wasn't required, but, okay.